you don't approve, it doesn't make the book. Yum. Now what I want to do today is I want to make a low-calorie, high-protein, delicious broth based on fermented food. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put everything in a single pot. I want to make it fast and efficient. Firstly, we're going to chuck the bone broth. What I love about it, 10 grams of protein and almost no calories in here. We're going to put it in the pot. I'm going to go rogue, put the eggs in the pot, bring them up to temperature, and after 7 minutes, they'll be golden and gooey in the center. So the key with the bone broth is all of the flavor is already there. Now don't freak out. It just means chicken stock essentially, but it just has maximum protein. So we put in our eggs directly into the bone broth. Now I'm gonna set my timer for 7 minutes. Now the key to high performance for me is what can you do while that happens? So firstly, I'm gonna start chopping with the onion because that's gonna bring the flavor. Onion, garlic, tomato, and then we'll chuck it in there in about 4 minutes time. So what we do is we get rid of the top layer of the onion skin. We move that off. And what I want you to always have is a bowl for your rubbish next door. We cut it in halves, and from here, noticing my fingers are tucked behind, that's because I don't want you to sue me for chopping your finger off. As soon as you get to that surface, we make it flat, keep chopping and we're done. What I want you to do is you're gonna take your garlic with your knife and you're gonna smash it like this. And then we're just gonna chop it nicely. Remember those fingers, guys. All right, so we've got 2 minutes left on the timer for these eggs to be perfect. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the onion and garlic and I'm gonna put it in the pan to start adding that flavor to the broth. So with our tomatoes, I still want a little bite in there. I don't want them to go too soft. What I'm doing is slicing it through the center. And all this is gonna do is add a little bit of that delicious tomatoey flavor, ready to go. All right, tomatoes in team. These will be perfectly cooked by the time we get there. We'll take this, we'll stir it around. We've got exactly 50 seconds for those eggs to be ready to roll. Now you might be thinking, why kimchi, why sauerkraut? Now, ultimately, I'm not gonna be able to give you all the science, but what I'm really big on is gut health. Now you should be every single day having 1 to 2 serves of a non-sweetened, fermented food. And for me, my favorite is kimchi and sauerkraut. It's delicious. However, I do apologize. There's gonna be a few farts along the way. Okay, so the 7-minute timer has now finished. It's time to take out our eggs, put them on the side, and we'll come back to them shortly. So when it comes to the kimchi and the sauerkraut, it's time to go in. What we want to do is we don't want to get it too soft because we still want a little bit of a bite, but they have that delicious flavor that's going to infuse it. With the kimchi, you'll get this nice little sauce. I'm going to pour it in. So now, how much kimchi? Really, it's up to your taste. For me, it's about 2 tablespoons. The thing what I want to do through these episodes, guys, is I don't want to be so prescriptive. The reality is I don't want you to have to get out a tablespoon. That's not realistic for life. I want you to be able to do things quickly. And so just follow my lead. It's like, what is the right flavor? And let's add it in there. In the end of the day, it's not going to make a huge difference. Sauerkraut, a bit the same. So I'm going to do 2 tablespoons, a little bit like this. So what I have here is 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Again, roughly 2 tablespoons. So we're gonna pour that there. The soy sauce is gonna act like a salt. So ultimately it's gonna bring out the flavor. And the last piece is the fish sauce. Now, most people might go, yuck. Trust me, a little bit of it, delicious. 2 dabs, 3 dabs, 4 dabs. I told you I'm rogue, come on. Last but not least is the bok choy. Now someone might look at this and go, Frank, you're wrong, that's pak choy. Here's the thing, I don't really care, it's either of the 2. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut off the tail end. I'm gonna chop it up into little pieces. This is the final part. We really don't want the bok choy to be overcooked. So what I'll do is I'll put the bok choy in. Here's the critical part, right? This is gonna take no longer than 30 seconds to cook. So we are starting to get to those final moments. I'm gonna get the lemon juice ready to squeeze in. Once we've done that, we're gonna turn it off and we're gonna serve. So with the lemon, let's take it, get a little spoon, and let's squeeze about 2 tablespoons worth of lemon juice. The lemon juice for me is gonna cut through the salt. It's gonna be delicious, and we are almost finished, team. It's time to serve, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm starving. So I'm gonna get my bowl ready to go. Don't forget about those eggs. We're just gonna peel off the skin of the eggs so that when we put them in the bowl, they're perfect. It's time to serve. So let's get that pan. Let's make sure that handle is not gonna burn my hand. We'll take it, we'll mix it in. Oh my good Lord, that looks delicious. Okay, time for these 2 little puppies. Perfect. All right, let's take these eggs, let's slice them in half and see how I did. slide them in.